Hi, I'm Linda from Pilates Pop Pilates. Danny's workout has asked me to teach you a Pilates for Beginners class today. For any more of my workouts, please follow the links in the description below. Okay, let's get started with the warm-up. I want you to have a really nice tall posture, nice tall stance, pull your tummy in and really bring your shoulders down and back. Arms are by your side and we're going to start marching opposite arm, opposite leg. Bringing your knee up to your center, lifting your arm overhead. You've got a small micro bend in your elbow, but apart from that your arms are nice and strong and long and your fingertips are pointed up to the ceiling. Make sure you're really crunching through the center as you bring your knee up. The higher you lift that knee, the more you will be engaging your lower abdominals. You can round forward slightly with your spine, warming up your back as well. And make sure that you're really nice and tall and holding your core in so that you can balance. The wobbling is usually happening when we're not holding our tummy in tight enough because it is the core that helps us to stabilize and balance. Just 4 more like this, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now widen your stance and bring your arms out to your sides, strong fingertips. Make sure you close your rib cage and you hold your tummy in really nice and strong and start to rotate side to side. Trying to twist all the way back through that waistline so you can feel it in your waist, in your back, everywhere in the side obliques. Really nice and strong through the arms, using iso tension to hold your arms out to the side, squeezing every muscle in that arm to help you get nice, strong, slender arms without any bulk. So looking back with your arm there, twisting a bit further behind as you get warmed up, but still keeping your shoulders away from those ears and your neck nice and long. Don't hunch up. Just go for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to come down to your opposite toe. So just come down as low as you can. As you lean down, you're looking up at the other extended arm. Twisting back and back. If you can't come all the way down to your foot, come down to your shin or your knee, wherever you feel comfortable. But make sure that your back is flat. Don't round your back to try and get lower. Just come to your personal lowest point. Flexibility is individual for everyone. And up, and up. Really hold your tummy in here. Just 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to combine those two. We're going to rotate and come down. Just staying on the one side, rotate and down. All the way back and hinge. You're sticking your glutes out to the back wall as you come down. Should feel a nice stretch through the back of your leg as well. Forward and down. We're going to incorporate a step in with this motion. So come down, step and rotate. Step out, in and rotate. Out, in and rotate. This might be a little bit confusing to some, so if it's too hard to follow along, just stick with that step without the step. But if you can, it's always good to improve your coordination and your balance by putting some motion into the movement. For 4, and down, and 3, and down, and 2, and down. Last 1. Shake out those arms a little bit, and we still have that other side to go. Roll your shoulders back, arms up at shoulder height, and we're going to rotate and hinge down to the other side. Rotate and hinge. So once again, remembering all those form pointers, sticking your glutes out to the back wall, looking up at your arm as you hinge down, keeping your back flat on the down, really twisting as far back as you can on the back here, and keeping your tummy pulled in at all times, shoulders down and back, arms nice and active. We're going to add in that step, so come down and step as you rotate, down and step. Keeping your legs nice and straight, but never lock out the knee joint. You can always have a micro bend in your knee. Down and step across. Down and across, for 4, and over, and 3, and over, just 2 more, and across, and last 1, and across. Awesome job, rounding down, and rounding up through the spine, and back down, and up. 2 more like this, and we're going to hit the mat, and up, and down, last 1. Great job, just coming down to the mat. I'm going to sit on profile so you can see me better, but you don't have to do that, you can face me. Okay, the first position, I want your legs hip width apart. Put your hands behind your knees and curve away with your spine. So you're creating what's called a C sit or a C curve with your body. Your chest is forward, your shoulders are down, your belly is scooped in, and you are holding on at the back here, trying to get your body back as much as you feel comfortable. I want you to feel your abs engaged here. So just come a little bit further back until you really feel challenged in this position. So holding that in, drawing your navel to your spine, thinking about a piece of string from your belly button all the way through your back, anchoring you to the floor. So once you have this, plant your feet firmly into the mat, and we're going to come up straight spine, roll back down. Sit up, not all the way up, still have your stomach engaged a little bit on the up. And every time you roll down, you can try and come down just that little bit further. See if you can extend your arms a little bit further away. See if you can hold onto the back of your legs just that little bit less each time. Up, and breathe out, down. Breathe in, up, breathe out, down. Just 2 more like this, and down, and up, and down. Now stay down and take your hands off. See if you can hold this position. If you can't and you need to come up further, please do so. Now holding this position, we're going to do that same up and down motion, but with our hands off. So all the way up, straight spine, curve down. Up, and breathe out, down. Breathe in, up, and down. All the way up, and down. So you're going from a curved spine to a straight spine. Keep your feet down if you can, and up. Just 4 more like this. 3, all the way back and up. 2, suck that belly in and up. And last 1, and up. Now coming back to that low position, we're going to switch our arms up and down. Nice long arms, keeping that C curve in the tummy. Really sucking it in strong. Breathing out as you switch the arms. Feet planted into that mat, looking straight ahead, long neck. And up, and up, and up, and up. For 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and last 1. Now, arms in front, stay in that C curve. We're going to come up, arms to the side, and back down. Up, and down. Up, and down. Sitting up tall with straight spine, and then rounding back down. 5 more like this, and then we're going to add a rotation. 3, 2, 1. Now come up, rotate open, back to center, down. Come up, rotate to the other side and down. Come up, rotate. So you're rotating your arm to the back, and you can actually follow your gaze with that arm all the way down, rounding, up, round down, up, open. Looking back at that arm. Twisting through that waist. Down, up, open. Just two more like this. Down, up, open. And last one on the other side. Up, open. Great job. Last little bit. Hold back on. Find your lowest possible point. Arms in front in a little fist action and wiggle side to side. This is for your obliques. If this is too low, come up here. Really feeling it through the waistline, drawing your tummy in. Wiggle and wiggle. Wiggle and wiggle. Just punching a little bit ahead. One hand in front of the other, above your knees. For 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. Awesome job. Coming up, releasing through the back. Nice flat back so you can see my back is really flat here. Breathing in, chest to the ceiling. And now coming down but resting on your elbows. Make sure your neck is nice and long and you're looking slightly up. Don't try to crane your neck to look at me. Bring your legs up into tabletop, which means that your shins are parallel to the floor. So holding everything in, you're focusing on your lower abdominals now. We're going to tap down with one toe, then the other toe. Constantly returning back to that tabletop position. Breathe out on the tap down and out. Out and out. Keep the shape of that leg. You're not bending your leg as such. You're just bringing your whole shape of the leg down and back up. Down and down. Down and down. So make sure now that you've got the exercise, you're looking straight ahead and slightly up so that your chin is away from your chest. You're not hunching in your shoulders and you're pulling in your tummy strongly. Down and down. Just 4 more like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to extend your legs. Bring them straighter towards you. And we're going to do that same thing but with straight legs. If you cannot do this, please go back to bent legs. So it's down and down. Down and down. If you want to advance this a little bit, don't keep your legs straight above your tummy. Let them come out slightly at 45 degrees like I'm doing. And the lower you come down with your legs, the harder it is. But make sure you're really sucking in your belly to protect your core. Down and down. Down and down. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now coming back up, coming back to a really vertical position, one leg is going to be lower to the ground. If you can't hover your leg, then you can drop it down for a second, but we're going to do circles. So if you can keep your leg up, just start circling with me. If you need to drop your heel down in between each circle, you can tap it down lightly like this and circle around and tap. Circle around and tap. But if you can, hold it up and just circle. Really engaging your lower abs here. You should be feeling that, but try to keep your tummy pulled in really strong and breathe. Circle and circle. For 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now both legs up, readjust, make sure you've got a nice tall stance. Other leg down and circle. The other leg is just nice and straight and long, pointed up to the ceiling. Circle, drawing circles with your toes. If you've got a crayon in between your toes and you're drawing circles on the opposite wall. Keep your knee pointed up to the ceiling. And if you need to rest down each time in between, you can. Make sure you still have that gap between your chin and your chest. Shoulders down and back for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Now legs together, turn your feet out so that your heels are together and your toes are out and your knees are pointing out. And we're going to do a little bend, press, bend, press. So you're bending in, pressing your legs together, trying to get your calves and your inner thighs to touch. Bending in and pressing away. Bend and press. Really concentrating on squeezing and straightening those legs, targeting the inner thighs. Keeping the legs slightly in front is still engaging your lower abs. All the way out for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Great job. Bringing your legs down, helping yourself up off that mat, and we're going to turn sideways now. So bring your arm in a bent arm position. Elbow is underneath your shoulder. Make sure your neck is nice and long here so you're not hunching in like this. Straighten your legs so that your toes are at the front of your mat, whereas your back is lined up with the back of your mat, so it's on a slight angle. Bring the other hand in front and really nice and tall through the chest, holding everything in, stacking your hips on top of each other. So don't start to roll back. Make sure everything is stacked on top of each other. We're going to start off with just kicking our leg up with a pointed toe, flexing our toe, bringing it back down. Point up, flex down. Point and flex. So you're really thinking about straightening out that leg, bringing it as high towards your body as you can, all the way up and down. And you're resisting down as if you are pushing your leg through thick mud. Don't just let it float around. Really create your own resistance here. Up and down and up and down, all the way. If the feet are confusing you, then just keep your toe pointed each way or flex each way. It doesn't really matter. This just creates a slightly different use of your muscles. Hold your tummies in, shoulders away from the ears. Just 4 more, and down, and 3, and down, 2, and down, last 1, and down. Now point your toe. We're going to draw up the other leg, extend, and come back down. Draw up the other leg, extend as high as you can, and down. Now, if you cannot straighten your leg all the way, or if you can only keep it a lot lower, say down here, then that's fine. Just go to wherever you feel challenged, and down. Draw up that leg, extend, and down. You're always meeting the other heel on the down so that you know your alignment is perfect. Don't slouch into your shoulders. Make sure that you're really nice and upright through the chest and neck. Up, straighten, down. Just 2 more like this. 1 and down, and 2 and down. Now what I want you to do is circles on the side. So make sure both knees are forward. Don't let your knee turn out to the ceiling, and you're just circling back and around, feeling it in the outer thighs and hips. Back and around, nice big circles, all the way around. Anchoring that other leg into the ground. Nice big circles for 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go the opposite direction. So circle forward. Should be starting to burn a little bit here. Forward and around. If you need to take a break at any time, please do so, and then get back in as soon as you can. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now rest it down for a second. The next move is a tap forward, up, tap back. So it's like a little triangle, forward and back. Tap, up, tap, up. Try not to rest your leg for too long at the bottom, but if you need to, you can. We're just going to do a few of these because I know this leg is fatigued, and then we're going to move on to the other side. For 4 and back, and 3 and back, and 2 and back, and last 1 and back. Awesome job. Coming up, just bringing that leg across so we can stretch out through that glute before we move to the other side. Stretching your knee in towards your chest, sitting up nice and tall, and moving to the other side. So once again, alignment is key here. Make sure your shoulder is directly above that elbow. You're stacking your hips on top of each other so they're really nice and flat. Your tummy's pulled in. Your legs are to the front corner of the mat and your back is aligned against the back. Your hand is in front for support, and we're going to start with those up and down raises. So pointing up, flexing down. Pointing up, flexing down. Your leg is staying really straight here the entire time, as if you have a board behind your knee, keeping your leg straight so you can't bend it. All the way up, gracefully down. Really thinking about lengthening that leg away at the same time as going up and down. So pointing your toe and really pushing away with that heel as you come down. And down and up. As far up as you can, really feeling that stretch in the hamstring. All the way up and down for 5, and down, and 4, 3, 2, all the way. Last one now. Pointing your toe, drawing in that leg, up and down. Drawing on the inside of that bottom leg, extending up and down. So you're bending and then raising that leg as high as you can into the air so that you're really getting it straight up there. In and up, down. Engaging every muscle in that leg. Focusing on isometrically clenching every single muscle so you're getting more out of this exercise. It might look easy, but if you're doing it correctly, you should be feeling this. Your inner thighs are engaged, your quads are engaged, your hamstrings, everything is working. Keep your tummy pulled in and down. Just 4 more like this. And down, and 3, and down, and 2, and down, and last 1, and down, pointing through those toes, and we're going to circle up and back, keeping that leg really straight, drawing circles on the opposite wall. The higher you take this leg, the harder it is. So if you're finding it really painful or burning too much, then keep the circle really tiny. If you can, get it higher. More results, more benefits. Live in the bigger circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now the opposite direction to the front. The leg's starting to feel pretty heavy here, so keep the circle small if you need to. Point through the toe, lengthen away, make sure you're not hunching in your shoulder. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Going to do that point forward, point back, point forward, back. Keeping your legs straight, your hips on top of each other, and really thinking about stretching that leg away long. It's like a triangle, pointing in the center, down and up, and down and up. Really nice and tall, all the way up and down. Keeping your hips stacked for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now we're going to sit up and bring our leg across and just push it in towards your chest, stretching out that tight glute all the way in. Breathing through it. Going to go into a little bit of upper body now. So coming into a tabletop position where your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. Scoot your body forward. What we're going to do is bend our arms, keep your toes under, lift our legs, lift our arms, drop our legs. Arms, legs, okay, so try and follow along. You don't have to do a full push-up here. It's just part of the way down. So it's down, up, down, down, up, down. Make sure your neck is in nice alignment with your spine. Hold your tummy in strong. And really try to come down to your challenging low point. Up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Feeling it through the triceps in the back of the arm. A few more like this. 3 more like this. Just 2. And 1. Now coming back into a tabletop position, we're going to extend one leg, extend the opposite arm, raise up and down, up and down. So you're arching through the spine, point that toe away long, up, down, all the way up. So you're squeezing through your back. It's like a crunch for your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it up. We're going to bring our elbow to knee and back out. Elbow to knee, back out. If you find this too challenging, you can put your both arms down and just move your leg in and out. But if you can, just 4 more like this, and 3, and 2, and 1, and we're going to the other side. So once again, nice tabletop position. Extend that back leg, extend the front arm, and everything up and down, up and down. Tapping the ground each time, not resting your arm on your leg down. Really arching up as high as you can, up and down. Helping your balance, helping your posture, developing your spine muscles. 5 and down, 4 and down, 3, 2, and 1. Now coming back up and elbow to knee and extend. Everything in and extend. If you can't meet your knee and your elbow together, just come as close as you can and extend. Everything in, stretch out long, in, crunching through your abs on the in, breathing out on the in. For 4 and in, and 3 and in, 2 in, last one in. One last thing, I want you to come down onto your stomach and extend your arms in front of you, looking at your mat. Everything up and down, everything up and down. If you find it too hard to lift your arms up with your upper body, you can keep your hands on the ground and just lift up like this, which will mean you can lift a little bit higher. So you're getting further into that lower back. But once you get the hang of it, lift everything up, including your arms. Everything up and down. Just 4 here and down, 3 and down, 2 and last 1. Excellent job. Coming into a child's pose position, stretching your arms in front of you and just pushing your shoulders down to the mat. Breathing in, stretching everything out. You did really, really well. I'm very proud of you. Beginner's Pilates, it wasn't the easiest workout, but you can even work up to this and you'll soon get stronger. Now sitting up and placing your legs out in front of you, I want you to sit nice and tall. Now turn to the side, come down, as if you're stretching down past that foot. And if you can, hold onto your foot, and as you come back, lift up that leg. So you're getting a hamstring stretch as well as a stretch through the upper body. Bringing that down and just changing sides. So turning to the back and sliding your arm by that foot. And if you can, holding onto that foot and just facing away, stretching, twisting through the spine. Bringing that down, bringing your knee across, hugging it in and twisting away. Stretching through your back and through that glute. And then other leg across and really looking behind you. Now sitting cross-legged and just pushing your arms to the front, rounding through the back. Stretching out the shoulder blades, hands behind, clasp them together and raise up. Trying to stretch out the front of the chest and the shoulders. Really nice. Then come up on your knees and I want you to place your hands at the back of your hips and push your chest up to the ceiling, rounding back, stretching out all through the front of your abs, and then coming back forward and rounding up. Really nice stretch. And there you have it, Beginner's Pilates. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to working out with you again really soon.